Hello, everyone. This is Reggie from Answers of Hope, and I'm with my lovely wife, Miss Penny Taylor.
Hello.
And we had the opportunity to go to the 2016 Married Lovers Retreat in Atlanta, Georgia. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to just share a few things that we thought was impactful from going to that experience, and thought that, you know, in sharing that we might be able to help someone else. So I kind of want to go to Penny and find out some things that she thought was insightful, and I'll share some things that I thought was insightful that we can share with those who were not able to go. So Penny, what do you think was one thing that was very insightful for you there?
It was really great seeing a lot of different families. It's really great to see married couples from the newlyweds. I can't remember the number of newlyweds that were there, but we had a lot of newlyweds that came, and those that have been married, 5 years, 10 years, and even the married couple that had been married 64 years.
Wow,
now.
64.
They were awesome. They're from North Carolina.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I remember her.
They're
Yeah,
outside of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte. And they're driving. They're still moving around. I wish I had asked how old they are.
Yeah.
But they don't look like they have many health concerns. She had a walking cane. That was it. So I hope that I will have my mind and the energy and just everything like she has. And her husband, he seemed to have been, in really good health.
Right.
They may have some aches and pains and stuff, but they were not nothing major. It didn't seem to be anything major. So I'm hoping, praying that we can live to have 64 years if Jesus hasn't come back.
Right.
To see our kids grown and maybe see a grandkid or two, wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be awesome.
So I thought that was really great.
And I think you're right. That was a very insightful thing, knowing that, a married couple living that long, still together, still going to places together. It really
and
she
did a lot of she made a couple of statements during the different seminars, and I think the main thing is always keeping God there, praying. When you don't get your way, you sometimes you just don't get your way, but you can take it to God in prayer, and if it's God's will, He can change the heart of your spouse.
That's right.
And even, sometimes we think that our way is the right way, and, God has shown us the vision, ladies. And sometimes we just like, He is doing it wrong. But if we will humbly submit and just say, okay, babe, several ladies said, okay, I'm just going to let you do it, and I'm going to talk to God about it.
Yes.
And you go into what we call that war room if you've watched that movie.
Right.
Go into your prayer closet and pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll let God do the mediating and the changing of hearts. And sometimes it's our hearts that need to be changed, and sometimes it's our husband's hearts. But if we're in it to win it, then God will be in the midst, and He will change and make things the way they're supposed to be.
Right.
And so I really think that was one of the key things that I loved. I love the his and her panel sessions that we had.
Yeah. I love that too. I thought it was real impactful for the guys to get together and the ladies to get together and just to talk about things that's on our hearts without being concerned about our spouses might be upset about the question that we're asking.
Yeah.
And I thought we got some really deep questions that came out of that.
We did too, as far as the ladies. Very, very insightful. Sometimes you just don't know what may be going on with your fellow sister and what's going on in their marriages. And so while she may be smiling to you, she may be really upset about something that has happened. So it's really, really insightful.
All right. And we'll come right back in just a moment with some more details about the marriage retreat. And we're back. And so now, Penny, I'm going to look at, again, some things that you really took away from the marriage retreat.
Okay, well, we had the pleasure of being in a seminar workshop with Mr. and Mrs. Aberty, Lord have mercy. I give them a new name all the time. They were Abernathy. I think I say Abernathy the entire program. But
Anyway.
They did a seminar, and it was entitled For Better or For Worse. And I thought that was very insightful. He was very energetic,
Yes.
and
Yes.
gave a lot of tips on how to hang in there in your marriage despite the good times. And, well, thankful for the good times, and that your good times, and even though sometimes your good times turn to bad or worse, we don't want them to become worst.
Worst.
You know, bad, worst,
yeah,
worst.
Worst, yeah.
So the you know, so I really like that. And then he gave those busters.
Right.
Busters. To keep the busters out of your marriage. And so
busters. So you're talking about people who can mess up your marriage. Those
potentially
busters.
mess up your marriage or mess up your relationship with God, your relationship with your husband, your relationship with your children. And I think that he did a really great acronym, Busters. So he spelled out the word BUSTERS, and so I thought I'd just go ahead and give you guys what he said about keep the busters out of the marriage. He said B, keep the Broadway drama king or queen away. Those people who they're just drama. Got drama. Right. All the time, drama. And, while we want to help those persons, they can just drag you down and take all your energy away and all that's going on. Right. And then he said to keep the users away. We all have those friends, family, or whoever who are just users. This, what was that? What's that saying? My dad used to say. He said, "Gimme got his hand broke riding on a billy goat." Gimme. And gimme. So, no, so give me your time, give me your money, gimme. Right. And so those are your users, and you just don't need those in your marriage. S, it was sad, sorrowful, serving, depressed persons. So, those people who are just sad, sorrowful, and always depressed. They don't need to be a part of your marriage. Those type of friends. Ticks. T for ticks. He used sometimes parasites. There's a difference between a tick and a parasite. Parasite.
Right.
What did he say?
He was talking about, oh man, now you can make me think back. Yeah, he was talking about difference between a tick and a parasite. Right. So I
know. I think a parasite, you can possibly get rid of it easier.
Right.
Right. But a tick, it gets on you and it sucks it's sucking your blood. So it's like it attaches onto you or whatever. It stays there. You really you really have to do a good pull, tweezers and whatnot, or that credit card to pull it out. And I was like, oh, you know what? The problem, what he didn't say was that sometimes ticks can leave behind residual things, baggage, such as Lyme disease. And and if you allow a tick to stay in your marriage, a tick person, and they've leached on and they're sucking the life out of you, when they finally are released and set free, they could possibly leave behind some of their baggage. And so we definitely want to have them out of our lives as quickly as possible. Once you realize it's a tick, let it be gone. Just light it up. Don't kill them. And then the E is the energy sappers. People who take the energy out of you. And they're sort of like the depressed people as well. So they're depressed and they want you to be depressed too. Or they want everything to be about them. Energy soakers. So it's all up sappers. They're all about them. Me. And they forget about, hey, it's a them. It's a someone else besides them. The world does not revolve around them. Right. And then he said the R, the rescuees.
Right. They always need some help, huh? Mm-hmm. Always need you to come by and help them out and get involved in what they got going on, because they always need some help. Yes, or
sometimes it's okay that you can go and help a friend out. Right. Those widowers or your neighbor or something like that needs a little help because hey, they moving, they need some help with moving, or if they But we shouldn't be having the rescuer friends where every day they need to be rescued from something.
Right.
And those type of friends or relationships, we need to just say, okay, just cut you off. And the last one was the stressors.
The stressors.
S for stressors.
Right.
And those are people that just cause you stress in your life. And you're like, I don't know why in the world I'm putting up with that. Stress.
Right.
We have enough stressful things that just happen in life. You know, the heat going out, the air conditioning going out in your home, your car breaking down, children acting crazy. We don't need people to give us stress.
Right.
That, you know, of course, there are stressful people that you may work with,
Right.
but you leave them. And
Right.
you don't have a choice
Right.
as far as those stressors. But
Right.
you can choose your friends. And if they're going to be some type of way a detriment to your marriage, it's really important to identify them and to say bye-bye.
Right.
We just need to
Get
leave
those
each other
things out.
alone.
Right.
Bye, I love you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
So we need to get those busters out of our marriage.
Buster friends
The
or
buster
people.
friends, buster people, buster situations out of our marriage.
That's one of those things that I really took away that was
Yeah.
really great. And he made
That was good.
a final statement that I was going to talk about was, you know, God intended for us to be married, not living together, and how he shows a lot of statistics on those who tend to live together tend to end in divorce much quicker than those who just go ahead and get married from the beginning.
Right.
And he did this really, really funny. He, you know, in our day and age, you know, back in the day, the pastors always said, you know, instead of living together, they call it shacking.
Right.
So, you know, so we shouldn't be shacking.
No, we shouldn't.
And he said, where was that? You can't shack up. You can't shack up with the devil and expect them to pay the rent. And I just thought that was profound because, you know, when you're shacking, sometimes the expectations, you know, you play in marriage.
Right.
And so there's always the thought in your head, you know what, this don't work out. We can just break up and just pack our stuff and go on our separate ways. It takes a lot more to just pack up and go on your separate ways when you made the commitment to marry.
Right.
And you made those vows, and for better or for worse, you're going to try your best to hang in there. Sometimes it doesn't always happen, but
Right.
you got more of an incentive because you are married to stay in there. And that was something that I thought was pretty profound.
Right.
We have an
Right.
incentive, and with God on our side, marriage can work. You know,
Yeah, it can.
it takes 3 instead of 2
That's right.
to keep the marriage together. And if you can keep God at the center,
Right.
and then I think he did like the triangle. So if you think about the triangle, God is at the top, and then you and your spouse are on the wings.
Right.
Then you can work together with him, leading and guiding.
That's right. That's right. I think that's profound. That's profound. So until next time, we'll share another practical thing that we learned from the marriage retreat. So may God bless you, and we see you next time.
Thank you.